Hi, everybody. Welcome tonight. This is Cooking with Tupperware, and you are live with Champion Enterprises. We are thrilled to have you with us tonight. I hope you're live with us this evening, and if you're watching the replay, type in replay. We have chances for you to win Tupperware tonight. We have some really fun cooking demos this evening. This is cooking with our guys. Our Tupperware guys are cooking tonight because it's so close to Father's Day. We're thinking about our guys, whether they're dads to dogs or dads to our children. All of our guys are cooking this evening. We're super excited to have some of their recipes. Guys are really good in the kitchen, and we love our guys in the kitchen, don't we, ladies? And so we're excited to have guys in the kitchen tonight. We're going to see some great demos. We've got 4 great demos in the kitchen tonight, and we're going to play some games tonight to let you win some free Tupperware. It's fun to win free Tupperware. We're going to give you some information about the Tupperware business a little bit, and we love to give away Tupperware. So we're going to play some things, some trivia this evening, and all kinds of things that is going to give you more chances to win. So you want to put in the chat if you're a guest with us this evening, because one guest always wins free Tupperware too. So if you're a guest on our live chat tonight, on our live demo, put guest. If you're a team member watching us, you're already a champion on our Salesforce team, that's great too, because we love to have you watch us as well. If you're watching from one of the Tupperware parties and it's being fed into one of the Tupperware parties, that's awesome. And you're a guest, put in there that you're a guest and who you're a guest with, so we can get you in a drawing for some winning, having a chance to win some free Tupperware. Okay. And so we love to give away free Tupperware. Make sure you have your chance in the draws. Okay. And so all night long, we're going to give away Tupperware. We'll be watching the feed on the studio page that you're on this evening. We'll also be watching the feed on the Zoom that you're on this evening. So whether you're on the Zoom or the live feed on the studio page, either way, you have a chance to win tonight. So our first chef tonight is Duane, and Duane and Lori are directors on our champion team, and they are car qualified driving, amazing partner team. And believe it or not, Duane was the first one to join the team. And so Duane signed up first to join the team and sell Tupperware. And then Lori's like, wait a minute, what? This is kind of cool. And Lori followed suit, and now they both kind of run the business together. So take it away, Duane. What are you cooking for us tonight?
All right. Hi, everybody. Oh, speaking of which,
I'm just the sous chef tonight, so I'm just going to step over here.
All right. Let's see. I'm going to be making a caramel apple streusel. We're going to be using the stack cooker, mainly just the top. Everybody always forgets about the top, making like a dessert or whatever. So that's what we're going to actually use to make the streusel. And what we do have, what's going to be on top of it is a bourbon whipped cream. Since yesterday was Bourbon Day, we kind of saw this, and we're going to do that for the topping. So we're going to be using our whipping mix to make up our whipping cream. So
why are we doing it first?
Okay, we're going to do this first just so that you can see how the whipping cream kind of gets harder, and stiffer, just by using cream. I need the cream, please.
Oh, okay.
Thank you. What's that? We should put it.
I got it.
Okay. All right. So we're going to use a whole cup of
keep that down
cream.
over in front. Keep this in front of the camera.
Yes, ma'am. I'm sorry.
I'll pour it for you.
No, I'll do it.
Okay.
She's a bossy sous chef, isn't she?
You just wait, Pamela.
Oh yeah, that's right. I have my turn, don't I?
All right, take 3 tablespoons of convection or sugar. We've already pre-measured everything out because I don't think anybody wants to watch me stuff. I'll put everything in here. And then half a bottle of bourbon. I'm sorry, that might be a little too much. 1.5 teaspoons.
And you're using what kind of
We're gonna use one of my favorite Jack Daniels. It's actually apple flavor, so that's kind of appropriate. So it's only asking for 1.5 teaspoons, but if you pour a little too much, whoops, oh darn, a little too much in there. Anyhow, and then we got and that's it. So we're just gonna put the top back on here, and since it has 2 gears, first making it the easy gear, slide it over to number 1. You see 1 and 2. So when it's nice and easy, we're gonna do this and start getting it mixed up real easy. And then when it starts to get a little bit harder, shift it over to number 2, and it creates it nice and easy for you. So Lori's gonna start doing that, and now I'm gonna start doing the apple part. So we're actually gonna be using, like I said, the top of the stack cover, sorry. And I already started some of the apples. So we're gonna use the chef's knife to slice the apples up. No. Sounds like you're drilling over there. Okay. So a lot of times when you start using the stack cooker, you kind of cook like potato on the bottom, then you'll have your meat in the middle, and then a lot of times it's like, okay, what do I put on the top? You know, a lot of times people like put like a brownie mix or something like that. But we saw this and I was like, ooh, that sounds good. Now we've done the one that's it's apple crisp that goes into powers for the pressure cooker. That's always a good one too, but we just chose to do this. So we slice the apples, put it on top, and then what we're gonna do is, what is it? I forgot.
All of that.
Oh. Okay, then we have caramel topping. So we put that on top. We just use some Smuckers. It's a sundae topping. You don't have to melt it. A little bit easier. There's up there. And then we have some water. The recipe will be champion. It'll be posted. So, and then one of Lori's favorite. I'm gonna use the citrus zesty crust. We're gonna have a little bit of lemon.
You should.
Okay. Well, I did. I said, here we go.
Turn it over. This is the thing.
Doesn't matter.
Mhm.
Okay. Sorry.
Everybody does that.
Exactly.
You put it in upside down, the opposite way of what you would think you do.
Right. Of course.
Yeah.
Okay. So that was a little lemony, but then we got a half a cup of all-purpose flour.
That goes in the bowl. It's supposed to go in the bowl.
No, does it?
Yep.
Oh, sorry.
Okay,
Yes.
just put
You're
that
right.
in the bowl.
Okay, so now we got the flour. Sorry, my boss. I mean, my sidekick is helping me. Sugar. And then cinnamon. And then we have 2 tablespoons of butter. And then we're gonna kind of cut the butter into this. I can smell the cinnamon. Nice. Or is that the bourbon? It smells one of them. And so what we're gonna do here, just kind of pump it on top of your apples. And the cool thing about this is you can actually, if you want, if you were making a full meal, obviously you put this on top of the other 2. pieces, like if you're making them with meat and chicken or rice or what have you. Obviously, I'll go in for however long you want to. You have to cook your rest of your meal for. But since we're only doing this one, just the dessert, which is my mom always told me you always have to have your dessert before your dinner, because then you know you have your dessert. But sometimes you eat too much and don't have room for dessert. So, and then this one actually goes 4 to 7 minutes.
You want to see the whipped cream?
Oh my goodness, that looks beautiful.
Look at the whipped cream.
Yeah, that's gorgeous.
So this was only a couple of minutes in the whipping mix. And the key to it is very cold with whipping cream. So you don't want to keep it out and let it set.
So that's why we kept it in the fridge until the last minute.
But isn't that great? So now, and then if you can come back to us at some point, Pam,
Okay.
we'll show you what it is done, and we're gonna chop some nuts and put them in here
Yep, and
too.
we're gonna throw this in for, I'm gonna do mine like 5 minutes and we'll check it.
Okay,
Okay.
sounds delicious. Awesome. Thank you so much, Lori and Duane. All right, thank you. And so speaking of nuts, I want to ask you, and in the chat, all right, we want to ask you, Men's Health magazine has an article about different kind of tree nuts and different kind of healthy nuts for men. And according to Men's Health, there are a lot of really great nuts and healthy nuts for men to eat. And there's so many good healthy nuts that have good fats. What is the healthiest nut for men? Now, there's a lot of controversy about different nuts when you're talking about general health for men and women. But when it comes to Men's Health, what is one of the healthiest nuts according to Men's Health? Don't Google it, don't cheat. What is the healthiest nut for men to eat? Now put it in the chat and see who can get answer first. What Men's Health has just recently says is the healthiest nut for men to eat, and see who our lucky winner is. Now we're going to turn it over to Jim. He is making a buffalo chicken dip. So turning it over to Jim in the kitchen.
Hello.
Hi,
Jim.
Jim.
Behind the camera. Okay, I'm making a cheesy buffalo dip. It's an old family recipe. It's been in our family since about 5:30 this afternoon. And I'm going to show you what we need to do to make this yummy cheesy buffalo dip. Okay, first off, we had to get our chicken. We have to get everything's kind of pre-prepped. So we did our chicken, did it in the steamer, okay? And this steamer, my daughter uses this steamer constantly. She constantly makes baby food for my grandsons by sweet potatoes. Let's see what else she uses. Squash, anything she can get in there and steam down. And then she basically uses the quick chef to just kind of like
Pulverize.
Emulsify it, for a better term, I guess. You know, then she takes it and freezes it. Then she'll pull it out and she'll heat it, and then she feeds the babies and they love it. So this thing is great for that, but we didn't have time to do all that. So we already did our chicken. Here's our chicken. This recipe only calls for, let me see, wait a second here. I'm right seeing it. Oh, here we go. 1 cup of finely chopped chicken. So we're going to do that first, since we have the chicken already in here. So we're going to go ahead and get this out of the way.
While he's chopping that chicken, I will share with you that Ashley uses the micro steamer to make the baby food. The baby is only 7 months old. Go ahead, Jim. Keep working.
I said that.
I know. The baby is 7 months old, and she adds all kinds of healthy spices to the baby food. Cinnamon can be added to baby food, and several spices. You can Google that, what can be added to baby food. And that babies, this is her second son, and oh my goodness, does he eat healthy when he is able to eat homemade baby food. If you try to feed him store-bought baby food, he wants nothing to do with it. Go ahead, Jim.
Okay, back to me. All right. Okay, so we went ahead and finally chopped the chicken. Don't want to chop it up too much. Don't want to turn it into chicken paste. So it's a nice little finely chopped chicken here. Next thing we're going to do is and this has also been kind of using our measuring cups. We've got a half cup of ranch dressing, which we're going to put in a bowl, Tupperware bowl, and mix it up. I hear my dog going spastic behind me. Izzy, shut up. All right, then we do a half cup of buffalo wing sauce. Doesn't really matter what type to use. There's a lot of different ones out there. Obviously, depending on whether you like it hot, mild, or medium, you pick the sauce accordingly. Add that in to the bowl. And then we're also going to add our half cup of Kraft, well, it says Kraft, but shredded mozzarella cheese. What we do when we shred all of our cheese. We buy it in the little blocks. We don't buy shredded cheese in a bag because FDA allows them to put wood pulp in those bags. They'll, just to basically kind of keep, and also there's other stuff in there to keep it from sticking together. But they say you're allowed to have so much cellulose or wood pulp in your diet, so they allow them to put in this bag cheese. It helps it preserve it a little longer, gives a little longer shelf life. So, but we take all of our cheese, buy the bricks, and then we shred it. Okay. Of course, you know how to lock this in. Drop your cheese inside there, shred it. We've already done that too. So we've got a lot of mozzarella cheese here shredded. So we're going to add a half cup of mozzarella cheese.
So that was shredded days in advance, and we store it.
Yeah, well, yeah, we shred days, weeks in advance. I mean, we've got cheddar in there, we got mozzarella in there, we got Kojak in there, we got everything in there. And a refrigerator. I'm pointing to the refrigerator. You can't see it, but it's right there. Okay, and we also have 1 tub of cream cheese. We're going to throw that in here. I use a different spatula because this other one's dirty. All right, that's in there. All right, then we're going to mix this up. I got the oven preheating to 350 because this is basically 10 minutes of prep time, 20 minutes of cook time. So I've got to mix this up. Then I'm going to add the chicken in once I get it a little mixed up here. There should be it's looking like a buffalo chicken dip right now as far as the color. See the color? That's good. I'll tell you what, I'm going to go ahead and add the chicken in now since it's starting to turn into a little bit of a thick little consistency here. All right, so we got all the chicken added in. Looks pretty good.
All right. We're going to add that to the Ultra Pro there. And that is the lid to the Ultra Pro. And that is the lasagna pan. Yay.
Yeah, it works good because I can hear her on the camera explaining what I'm doing.
I see we have Stacy just joined us. Welcome, Stacy.
All right, this looks pretty good as far as the consistency goes right now. And I think I can just dump it in here. And obviously, if you want to make more, if you want to make it, more than this, you kind of double the recipe instead of doing 1 tub, 2 tubs, half cup, whole cup, whatever. And I think that kind of is a no-brainer. I forgot to add the wine. doesn't call for any, but Duane had Jack Daniels, so I had to have a little alcohol myself.
Yeah, Mary, you're right. He could have done the whole thing in the Power Chef if he wanted to do it that way. That would have worked too.
Well, I wanted to show more of our product.
That's fine, honey. I'm just reading the chat. We're
Okay, but I'm just saying that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to show everything.
all right. So that goes in the oven for how long?
30 minutes. No, 20 minutes. So it's 30 minutes total.
Okay.
10 minutes prep time, which I don't know if this was 10 minutes or not. And 20 minutes cook time.
Yeah, very, very cool. That looks perfect in that.
Yeah, good. Yeah, it'll be really good.
Rory wants to know how much wine.
How much what?
Wine.
Oh, it's to taste.
Like to taste. All right. Perfect.
Tastes pretty good.
Awesome.
Okay, so we are ready to. Yeah, it's actually 350 already. We're ready to pop in the oven.
All right. Pop it in that oven.
For 20 minutes, and then we'll see how it turns out.
All right. We jump over to Steve now. Steve is the partner with the husband of one of our top directors, Loretta Di Censo-Tiber. So let's turn it over to Steve. Steve
Alexis,
Tiber.
20 minutes.
Hi, Steve.
I gotta go down here. Come on, honey.
Show the food.
You're still cutting my
All right.
head.
Can't see Steve's head.
I'm getting there. Does
I'll squat a little bit. Okay.
that work?
Almost.
Right. Hello, everyone. Unlike what Pam said, I'm in the kitchen. I am not good in the kitchen. I am not a good cook, but lots of times when my wife is out there with her Tupperware parties, I am in the kitchen making something for my mother-in-law and myself and my son or somebody. And so I have to know a few things. And for me, the goal is simple as possible. And so the recipe I'm using is for sliders, chicken sliders. And it's very simple. It only uses 3 ingredients, which is about the maximum I can handle in the kitchen. So the main thing we use is this pressure cooker. Okay, this is a great thing. And Loretta asked me, which one would you like to demonstrate? I said pressure cooker because I know how to make sliders and I've done this before. It's very simple to use. Based on basically you use a liquid base inside the pressure cooker, and you put in you get in this case it's chicken breasts. We use about 6 of them because we have a big family and we can make a lot of them.
No, Steve eats a lot. Our family's kind of small.
Okay. I'm a big family member. And all you do is you put the breast in and you put almost one jar of barbecue sauce, and you use 1 bottle of beer, any type. We tend to like Great Lakes Brewery, and this is a porter, and this one is a lager. So either one works great. I don't like cheap beer, so in fact. Anyhow, I can't let Jim and Duane drink alone. This is how we men do this. So anyway, it's really simple. You put the chicken in, you put this in here, and then you seal this up. The arrows line up, and you turn it so it locks here, and then you stick this thing out, and it locks it right. Everything else is set up. You put it in the microwave for about 25 minutes for the amount that we have, and just leave it alone. And as long as that liquid, the beer and the barbecue sauce is covering all the meat, the pressure cooks it. It gets hotter and it cooks it very fast and it's very efficient. And when you're done, you end up with we did this type of time because 30 minutes, and you end up with pieces of chicken, and they're all barbecued like this. Okay. And so there's two ways to shred this. So we're gonna make sliders, so you wanna shred it. So what we do, I like the fork method. You can also use this, what's it called?
Our chef.
The Power Chef. And it
Like
shreds it really good. Those blades spin really fast and hard, and I like it more of a gentle shred. You watch this, this side right now. You watch how this shreds so easily. I forgot to use this to pull out the.
That's right.
And
He's right.
you can just press on it to flatten it out, and you can see how it just spreads out and shreds. And then you just spread it out like that, and you shred it. And after you're done shredding it like this, you put it back in with, and then do all of them. You do them all one at a time, and then you put the shredded stuff back in. Oh, and while I'm doing this, my wife reminded me I need to preheat the grill. Now, there's two ways you preheat it, but the main thing I do is these are sliders, okay? So I'm gonna toast the buns a little bit, and so put them in upside down like that. We're stored in these, obviously, Tupperware containers. And you put this down, and you put this all the way in. What's that called?
Grill position.
This is grill position. There's a position we're going to cook the sliders in later, and that's going to be casserole position. Okay, so grill position. The microwave is really cool. It heats up top and bottom plate. The microwave is very little. The microwave actually touches the food, which is really cool. It actually does grill. I'm going to put this in for a minute, preheat. While that's preheating, I'm going to finish shredding this. You can see it's basically done. It's so fast to shred this. It's like falls apart. Kind of like pulled pork does. We're not big pork eaters here in our family, but so this is kind of similar. And you put it back in here. I'll show you here. That's what I just put in there. And then you just kind of mix it into the juice. So it's totally coating all the pieces of chicken here. And when the grill is done, we'll make the sliders. While I'm doing that, I'm going to show you the ingredients on the sliders. We have some cheese here. We have lettuce that we, of course, stored in our fridge smarts. Okay, a nice fridge smart of lettuce. And we pulled it out just for the demonstration, so we can make the sandwich. And then pickle. But you can put any topping tomato. This is done. First thing I'll do is I'll just take out the tops, just put them in on top after it's all done, right? I'm kind of clumsy.
Doing great.
And we put this first thing, you put the meat on here. Okay. And a nice healthy amount of meat, slider meat. Just to make, obviously, the two sandwiches. And by the way, we're making it now, and my son will probably take it for lunch. Then we put cheese on it. And we were using two kinds of cheese. Don't ask me, one's yellow, one's white.
Sharp cheddar and Munster.
Sharp cheddar and Munster. The boss prepared me.
This one.
And then you put this on casserole, which means it's a slight rectangle. You don't know it's a square, but the casserole mode, it keeps the lid off the cheese, which is really great. You can see we put this in for about 2.5 minutes.
What do you use when I'm not here and you need?
So another thing I use when Loretta's not here, you know, And we make fresh vegetables. So we have fresh broccoli. It's great. Usually I get mom to clean the broccoli and cut it up. I don't even like doing that. And she puts it in here. We can wash it in here. It's called the multi-cooker. Okay. Used to be called the small steamer. Okay. So anyway, there's vented holes at the bottom of this. The top and the side, the size of this container, have a material, probably a metal type material, that blocks the microwaves. The microwaves do not touch the food, which I like. And what you do is you put a little water at the bottom of this, you put the broccoli or green beans or whatever vegetables you put in here, and you put it in here. I usually put a little salt on it. That's all you want to put, no oils, okay? And you put this in the microwave for 9.5 minutes. Perfect every time. It's extra healthy because it's steam. The microwaves boil the water. Water steams up and cooks the food. And that's the beauty of this thing. It's very healthy. It's really easy for me. All I do is water in, put some salt on it, and I throw it in the microwave. If mom's not here, we also have frozen organic broccoli in the freezer. We get it from Costco like that, and the packet is great. So it'll feed 3 or 4 or 2. And so this is a wonderful thing. What else I want to show? So this thing will be done in 40 seconds. And then I just assemble the sliders. And amazing it is. One thing, when this thing is in the microwave and it's cooked and everything, there's this little that comes up and down. Well, push the button. And when it's full of pressure, you're not to open the lid. It pushes the pressure thing up. It's a pressure relief valve. And once it cools and it pops down, then you know it's safe to open the pressure. So it's got multiple safety features on this. It's very, very safe. And, you've heard stories about the old traditional pressure cookers, and those are true. They can be dangerous, they can explode and stuff like that. But this one is so safe, never ever had an incident after millions of okay, so we're done. Wash your fingers. I love this thing too because it's got the rubberized edges and everything, so you can't scrape it up by accident. I'm going to show you this. And do you see how the cheese is all melted real nice in there? It's kind of a little crusty on the top is perfect. That's how you want to slide it. And so, okay, Loretta's going to put a little barbecue sauce on top of the bun. Spread them around here. Put more on it, I think. And then what we'll do is we're gonna put these on the plate and then
What do we have for dinner tonight, Steve?
this. So that's why we had some prepared. And then I'm gonna bring this back with me. So there's gonna be lettuce. Like
Pickles first.
Oh, pickles first.
No, whatever. Go.
Yeah. let me keep my Loretta said. He actually tells me what to do. I actually know how to make this nice stuff. And then the lettuce.
Forgot the tomato.
And Loretta forgot the tomatoes. That's not my fault.
You could add onions too.
Whatever you want. All kinds of ingredients. There you go.
Awesome.
There is your slider, and it is delicious.
Looks amazing.
It's time.
There's your sliders.
All right. Thank you so much, Steve and Loretta. Amazing. Okay, so are we echoing? Okay. And so, guys, I want to thank you again. That was awesome. Great teamwork there. So, Jeni, who is our winner on? Yeah, Jared's cooking in just a second. Jeni, who is our winner on our nut? Our healthy mints for nuts. It is the walnut, according to Men's Health, is the healthiest for men. It's not necessarily the healthiest for women. Almond is usually the healthiest for women. So who said walnut?
Lolita Scott.
Lolita Scott, you are the winner on the walnut. Lolita, you need to send me your address so I can send you a gift. All right. And so yes, if whoever said almond, you're right for the general healthy nut for the average person. If you said that. And pistachio, I saw somebody put that. That is another very healthy nut. But they're, in general, nuts are healthy, and a lot of them have really good fats. And so a mixed nut is a healthy nut. This happens to be my husband's health center. And I keep them right on the counter, so it's easy for him to walk over and grab some of his healthy nuts. And this is his, of course, his wasabi peas, which he eats constantly. It's even hard for me to keep them full. He has all kinds of healthy mixed nuts here, cashews. I love pecans, but walnuts aren't even over here right now because they're gone. There are some walnuts inside of here. You can get 2 of these for $29, but I will share with you on this line, we have about, I see there's another 4 of them over there. And so we have a total of 10 over there all the time filled, and we don't have anything over there that's not healthy, because that's just the way we roll. I used to keep M&Ms over there, and Mommy ate them too fast. My mother was with me, and she's 90, and so we had to take them away. But I just love the fact that there's always something healthy to grab and snack on. Almonds being one of the most important things. So it's easy to keep over there. I have shaved almonds. It's easy to throw them on top of the salad. So it's just a healthy snack. It's a great idea for you to use. And they're pretty on the counter. And so whether you stack them 3 high or if you stack them 2 high, they always look pretty and attractive on the countertop. And they're really, really pretty too at Christmas time to make it look like a snowman. And you can put the candy canes in one and Hershey Kisses in another, and put your marshmallows in another. It looks really, really cute. And a little Santa hat on top. And then you can take little cutout construction paper and make it look nice, like the snowman and the carrot and the little scarf. And it's just adorable. Super, super cute. Okay. And so you'll love these as much as we do, I'm sure. But we have another game here. How many cashews? This is whole cashews. I literally counted them all. How many whole cashews are inside of here? Go ahead and start guessing. The person that guesses the closest without going over will be our lucky winner for more free Tupperware. So guess how many whole cashews are inside of here? Whole cashews inside of here. I literally counted them all, and there are no halves in here because I sorted them and counted them. All right. So now it's time to turn it over to Jared. Be ready. Jared, go ahead. Take it away.
Why am I always last? All right.
Because you're so good.
Oh, thank you. That's great. So I've got my lucky spatula, but I don't need it today. I need my other lucky spatula, and it's a very lucky spatula. Hey, everybody, my name is Jared, and I'm here today to preach the gospel of the marshmallow. Whether you're a big marshmallow or a little marshmallow fan, the marshmallow's here to serve. Anyway, today we're making s'mores, and you're like, s'mores? Everyone knows how to make s'mores in the microwave, but we're going to make s'mores 2 different ways. One of the s'mores we're going to make for flavor, and the other s'more we're going to make for cleanliness. So I'm going to do 2 different ways here, and I want you to pay attention because this is really, really good. And you're like, this seems like more work than not, but it really is only 3 ingredients. We know those 3 ingredients are graham crackers, chocolate, marshmallows. All right, but I'm going to be using my micro pro grill. I use my micro pro grill almost every day. I love my micro pro grill. Now, if you don't have a micro pro grill, the first thing I want to remind everybody about this is that you do need to know whether it's hot or cold. And so I'm starting with a micro pro grill that has not recently been in the microwave, so it's actually room temperature. If I've cooked in it, then these plates get really hot. And if I go to cook like a round 2, then these already started cooking. So you got to know whether you're using a hot or a cold micro pro grill. And also, as you heard earlier, there is the casserole mode and there's the grill mode. And we are going to use both ways. We're going to start off with the casserole mode where the lid just floats on top. So what do I need? I need to start with my standard open face s'more, which means I've got my graham cracker, square. I've got my 2 pieces of Hershey's chocolate. 2 pieces makes a square as well. And on top of that, I'm going to put a marshmallow. Now, this is an open face s'more, and I'm going to do 4 of these quickly inside of my MicroPro grill. That's the good news, of course, is this is really a 3-ingredient recipe. So let me stack those in there, and I will show you them momentarily. Now, what makes this more interesting than your standard microwave s'more is your standard microwave s'more uses the microwave to melt the chocolate and melt the marshmallow, but we're going to do more than that today. And the reason that we're going to do more than that today, by the way, everyone take a look. Isn't that yummy? That's yummy. Is that when I put this in casserole mode, and by the way, it's actually going to still touch the tops of the marshmallows. That's okay if it still touches the tops of the marshmallows. This is going to make an ooey gooey mess regardless. So I'm going to throw this in the microwave for 3 minutes. And you're like, 3 minutes? That seems like a long period of time. Well, because it's in the MicroPro grill, what it's doing is again, it's heating up those plates. And so it's not just melting the marshmallows, it's getting those plates nice and hot. And because those plates are getting nice and hot, it's actually going to start to toast the marshmallows. Now, it's not going to like give you a campfire toast, but believe it or not, if you go a little bit further than this, you can actually feel that sort of toasty flavor, which you're not going to get out of everybody else's recipe. Now, while that's doing this, and by the way, timing is everything because there's going to be a part 2 to this. While that's doing this, I want to talk about the less gooey version and how to do this. And to do this, I'm going to prep the second s'more while I'm cooking the first s'more. And I'm going to use my stack cooker. Now, I love my stack cooker. You know how much I love my stack cooker? It's a different color. That's right. I got an old school stack cooker. Anyway, so I'm going to take the stack cooker. I'm going to use the small part of the stack cooker. And instead of using my graham crackers, I'm going to use waffle cones. I'm going to make 2 of these. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a waffle cone, and I'm going to take a half a piece of the chocolate, and I'm going to drop a half a piece of chocolate in the bottom of the waffle cone. Since I got 2 waffle cones, there you go. Boom. Now, I'm going to come over here, and I'm going to grab a jumbo marshmallow, and I'm going to make a mess out of it. I'm actually going to take my jumbo marshmallow. I'm going to put my thumb right into the jumbo marshmallow, and I'm going to stick that piece of chocolate inside the jumbo marshmallow. And I'm going to take that jumbo marshmallow and I'm put it inside of my ice cream cone. So this is, again, just so, now if you want to use regular size marshmallows, you can. If you want to use more chocolate, you can, but always make sure there's a little bit of chocolate at the bottom. So now that I've done that, I'm going to do it twice. By the way, 1.5 minutes left on the other s'mores. We're going to be eating a lot of s'mores tonight. Matter of fact, as I was working on these recipes, we were making a lot of s'mores. My kids aren't upset by this. All right, so now I'm going to take this, and I'm going to take my little ice cream cone. I'm going to lay it inside of my stack cooker. I'm going to lay one direction, and I'm going to lay one the other direction. Now, what's exciting about the stack cooker is that the stack cooker is really, really, really easy to clean. And more importantly, I can put the lid on it. So now that I have this ready to go, we are going to come over here, and I'm going to put this aside because I got to wait for my round 1 s'mores, which are going to be done in a second. So now, the s'mores that are about to come out of here, remember the open face s'mores, everything is ooey and gooey. When the moment this microwave goes off, I need to get in there. Now, I don't want to rip the lid off because, again, the lid's been touching the s'mores and can make a mess. I want to lift it up slowly, and I want to make sure that I don't leave it in too long because I want to make sure that the marshmallows don't start to cool. So what I have is I have my tops all ready to go. And then I'm going to come over here. I'm going to put the tops on. And I'm going to put the grill mode on, drop it in, and cook it for just 1 more minute. And we'll talk about that as we get. Oh, look, there it is. So not going to dilly-dally, but I'm not going to go too slow either. Open up that microwave. And let's see if you can see from here. I'm going to lift it up slowly. And you can see, yes, I've made a little bit of a mess over here. And that's okay, because in a minute, I'm going to make a lot more of a mess. Now, here's the fun part. You ready? This is not what you're used to seeing coming out of the microwave. You see that? Do you see that? Those are some toasted giant marshmallows. And when I do this, I'm going to come over here and drop 1, 2, 3, 4, drop the tops on, and I'm going to drop in my grill mode. And now, if you look at that, it's already started to fall. The weight of the top is doing it for me. And I'm going to do 1 more minute, 1 more minute, and start. Now, you're like, wait a second. a little bit of stickiness, isn't that going to get on the top of the graham cracker? That's the least of your stickiness, because those marshmallows all just went out like this. The whole thing is going to be a sticky mess, but it's inside of the microbrew grill, which, by the way, has the best nonstick coating, because when we're done, and after I've scooped this thing out, all the marshmallow and all the chocolate, anything that's being stuck in that, as soon as it cools, it's going to peel right off. It's the easiest cleanup you've got, because it's there. So it's not messing up the microwave. It's giving you an authentic toasted marshmallow flavor, and it's right there. So that's going to be, again, my first round, 4 different things. Then we're going to come over here. We're going to throw this into the microwave as well. 1 more minute, everybody. Now, when this comes out, it's going to be kind of a goopy mess. And I'm going to grab my spoon and I'm going to scoop that little ice cream cone together. And when it's scooped together, it's going to just solidify. And I'm going to hand it to my kid and go, here it is. Oh, here it comes. You ready? I'm ready. By the way, my dog's already in the background, but no chocolate for the dogs. All right, so let's come over here and see what kind of an ooey gooey mess I just made. And the answer is an ooey gooey mess, but I'm okay with that, because somewhere here I have my spatula. All right, take a look at that. Does that look like toasted marshmallows? Because, oh, this is really hot, by the way, so you got to be very careful. All right, so let me get rid of that one. That's one. All right, and let me show you the rest of them that didn't stick to the lit roof. There they are. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. And while I'm scooping away, I will throw this one in here for a minute. I am just multitasking with sugar today. All right, 1, 2, look at that, look at that. 1, 2. By the way, s'mores are never pretty, but they are pretty good. All right, so those are done. Those are done over there. And again, if you look over here and you see that, you're like, oh my God, that's so stuck in there. It really isn't. It's literally going to cool in a few minutes. It's going to pull right off, and it's going to be oh so yummy good. And while I'm finishing that, I've got a few more seconds to go. Now, thanks, by the way, for the compliments. I appreciate all that. If you're interested in more cooking demos, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel. I actually do a lot more really big, crazy dinner type things in here, but I never know how to demo them in these short things without having like 20 versions of dinner ready to go. All right, so 5, 4. All right, so now it is totally exploded. And I'm okay with that. Look, it exploded in here. It is the perfect microwavable item. By the way, when I say exploded, I mean it exploded. So I'm going to come over here with a spoon, and I'm just going to scoop that baby back up. I'm literally going to scoop that baby back up. Look at that. Look at that. I'm going to scoop that baby back up. And I only have a little bit of a time. There's actually a small window in which you can scoop that up before it really starts to kind of solidify on you. So that's one. And let me come over here and do the other one. And that's really what I love about using the stack cooker, is that it's such a closed system. Is that everything inside the stack cooker is inside of the stack cooker. So the stack cooker, I get to throw that in the dishwasher, right? That is dishwasher safe, isn't it? Someone correct me if I'm wrong. So here is the ice cream cone. And again, a little bit of chocolate in the bottom, a little bit of chocolate in the middle. So this is my quick and easy one. And this is my traditional one. So anyway, there you go. Toasted, clean, excellent s'mores. Thank you very much. Bye.
My goodness. Who is making that tonight? That looks delicious. Thank you very much for that yummy new recipe. That looks like fun. And that was a great demo, Jared. We love you and loved it. Now we want to go back to Duane. Duane, you want to show off your recipe?
Yeah, there I am. I'm back. Whoa. Sorry about the little shaky. Am I on now, or?
You are.
I still see her.
That's okay.
Okay.
Just go.
Well,
You're
Steve
good, Duane.
and Jim, I wasn't allowed to have my drinky, but here you go. Cheers. So here's the final part there. And one of the last things that we need to do is, if you want, I have the prep and chef, chop and prep, sorry. What we did is we roasted some nuts, walnuts, and the walnuts on the 8-inch Series 2 Tupperware pan. Yeah, what I'm gonna do is gonna chop them up here real quick. That's what I like about this. You can small amount, couple of little pulls. You got them all nice and chopped up. I'm gonna chop them up a little bit more. And what I'm gonna do is get our whipped topping that we have, still sticky. And I'm actually gonna put the nuts inside, and then take our new spatula and just gonna kind of fold it over into the whipping cream. Applejack. I mean, sweetness. There you go. You can kind of see that. And if you wanted to dish some of this out, or if you wanted to just put it on top. So I know what I'm having for dessert, at least me. With my other dessert in my glass. There you go. Voila. I don't know if anybody can hear me. But
You can.
cheers.
Cheers, Duane. Thank you. Okay, mine is done. The cheesy buffalo dip out of the oven, 20 minutes. Looks pretty cool. Okay, you can dip whatever you want to dip in it. We've got some tortilla chips here. I'm gonna try it live, and hopefully I don't get myself third-degree burns in my mouth.
Is it spicy?
It's pretty good. Not real spicy because we used the mild buffalo sauce, but it's spicy enough. Like I said, you can increase the heat if you want by just getting a hot buffalo sauce and adding it to it, or you can decrease it with just your regular buffalo sauce. But turned out really good.
Is it too spicy for Pam?
Way too spicy for Pam. She will be in the corner in the fetal position crying.
Jim. Okay. Good job. Didn't our guys do great? They did. Okay. Congratulations, guys. All right. And so we had guys in the kitchen tonight. What fun it was. And I want to share with you that we have probably another winner by now. Jeni, do we have another winner?
We do.
Who is our winner?
Jerry.
Jerry, you're our winner. Congratulations, Jerry Fortune. All right, Jerry, congratulations. You're our winner. So send your address so we can give you free Tupperware, okay? And now we want to know
how many cashews were there.
Oh, 155 cashews. 155 cashews. What did you guys guess? Was there crazy guesses?
Yeah, some people said like 500 and 650, but Jerry guessed 150.
150, that was a really good guess. Closest without going over. All right, good guess, good guess. All right, so guys, we want you to know that tonight is a really, really cool night to think about a lot of options with your Tupperware business. Now, tonight, the Tupperware business is a huge, huge opportunity. I just want you to think, what if? If you're a guest with us tonight, how many guests do we have with us tonight, Jessica?
Hi, everyone. We had 12 that checked in tonight.
12 attending guests?
Yes.
Awesome. And so we want to find a guest. Do you have all those guests numbered 1 through 12?
I do.
All right. So I would like to ask Alexa, can you give me a random number between 1 and 12?
Ask it again.
Hey, Alexa, can you give me a random number between 1 and 12?
Your random number between 1 and 12 is 8.
8 is my random number, Jessica.
I have Vicky with Amanda Connery.
All right, Denise with Amanda Connery.
Vicky.
Vicky with Amanda Connery. You are the lucky winner, right? And so Amanda, make sure I get Vicky's address so we can send her some free Tupperware. Thank you very much. And do we have host on tonight?
Yes, we had 6 that checked in with me tonight.
6 hosts checked in tonight. So Alexa, can you give me a random number between 1 and 6? Hey Alexa, can you give me a random number between 1 and 6?
Your random number between 1 and 6 is 6.
6.
All right, it's Jan with Christy Jackson.
It's who?
Jan with Christy.
Jan with Christy Jackson. All right, Christy, make sure I get her name and address so we can send her free Tupperware as well. How fun is this, guys? We're going to do this again in just 2 weeks. So talk to your Tupperware lady and let her know that you'd like to be in on the next Tupperware party that we do like this, where we have our chefs do the cooking demonstrations and you get to see 4 or 5 great cooking demonstrations. We have this beautiful kit if you would like to be the Tupperware rep next time and have several Tupperware parties in one night. This is really fun because you can actually be sitting in the privacy of your own home making money. We used to always say make money from home, but now we say make money from anywhere. We have one of our Tupperware reps who does lots of baseball games with 5 children, and you know what? She makes money from the ballpark all the time. We have another Tupperware rep that actually travels all the time. She's a director. Both of them are actually director. And she travels all the time, and she's a snowbird. And she does a lot of work for the national parks and really goes all winter, all the way through the national parks and does all kinds of volunteer work. And she's never really home. And she does all kinds of great success in Tupperware. And so if you would like to have a really flexible job, Tupperware could be it. This is our Tupperware kit opportunity, and you can get all of this $400, almost $400 worth of Tupperware for $109. Or if you'd rather come in for a completely virtual opportunity and don't want any of this particular Tupperware, you can come in for just $15 and have a complete virtual, no Tupperware, just the opportunity to have a 25% discount off your next purchase. Or you can come in before tomorrow night, Wednesday night at midnight, and they've actually reduced that price for our 75th birthday, and they've changed that price for the next 24 hours to $7.50 to celebrate our 75th birthday. That's pretty cool. $7.50, that's half price. All right. And you know what? We have a special for you because we want to celebrate too for our birthday, and we want to give you that bowl set. This beautiful 3-piece bowl set. This is from Champion only. And this 3-piece bowl set happens to be my favorite set of bowls from Tupperware because it is such a practical set of bowls. I love it because I can see through the bowl, and I really like that. So I can see if it's potato salad or macaroni salad, or if I've got in here a tossed salad, whatever I've got in there, I can see through the bowl. I know what I put in the refrigerator. I also like it because they have the round seal that is airtight and liquid tight. I can see my fruit salad or whatever I'm storing. They completely condense down inside of each other. I also like it because they're very, very practical for me to put it on the side of the refrigerator. It will not leak. Anytime you put the round seal on any bowl in Tupperware, all you have to do is burp it. And if it's round, make a sound. That means burp it. If it's square, leave the air. It's only an airtight container, not a liquid tight container, unless it's round like this. I also will share with you that they're extremely practical in the fact that they have a lifetime guarantee. You want to make sure that you put this set of bowls in your wheel because the kids will fight over them. They will last and last and last. I'm just kidding. But they are a wonderful set of bowls, and they're free for you. All you pay is the shipping to your front door, and that's a flat $8. It doesn't matter where you live in the U.S., okay? And so a wonderful bonus from Champion to welcome you into our Tupperware team. We'd love to have you. And you know what? One of the biggest neat deals that Tupperware is offering you as well is once you join our team and place your first order, they want to give you this $100 set for only $30 as a bonus as well. Now, this $100 set is right here is a pasta set, and that will give you an extra bonus as long as you place that order before the end of the month, and that would be the 30th of June. Before that, and you will have this entire $100 set. as a special deal. There's a lot going on for our birthday because we're 75. We're very, very proud of it. And you know what? We are a growing company, even after 75 years. And that's pretty cool. We're still on the cutting edge of technology. We've just incorporated a brand new system into our line. In fact, it's one of the coolest new systems called GenCon for ordering. And we are on one of the coolest new systems as well with a new technology that recycles one-time use plastics. And so we are the solution and not the problem when it comes to that. And I'm really, really proud of that because those plastics were a problem. You know, all plastics are not created equal. And we knew that, and we wanted to be the solution. And so we're taking those what's thought to be the problem and turning that into actually food safe product. And that is something that's really, really amazing. We're one of 4 companies in the world that can do that now. And we helped develop that. And that is, you know, truly the answer because there was a floating, and there still is, a floating island in the middle of the ocean. And our garbage dumps full of water bottles and just all kinds of things that are just really the problem. And now Tupperware is one of 4 companies that has designed and developed the technology to turn that into something that can be used, whether that can be used for combs or cones for the middle of the road or food storage containers. It truly is something that is the answer. And I'm proud to be part of a company that can make that happen. I hope that you look at us as something that maybe is something you'd like to be part of too. We certainly are a company that is on the verge of bigger and better things. In fact, we just gave $1 million to the national parks to help put water fountains into all the national parks so that we won't have to use one-time use plastics and water bottles that'll get thrown into the garbage, but we're refilling our water bottles there. And so let's be part of the solution and let's use a product that's made to use for a lifetime, like this set of bowls, and let's be the solution. We'd love to invite you to be part of our company. Thank you so much for your evening, and thank you so much for your time. I hope you've learned some recipes that you can use for your family. Thank you. Bye-bye.